Hey, all right, all right. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hey, thanks for joining me today. Hey, I'm going to be sharing with you what I'm definitely not going to be taking out on the Appalachian Trail in the form of electronics. And then I'm going to share with you what I am taking out there for electronics. And also what I'm going to be using to do the vlog that I'm hoping to keep up at least once a week, maybe twice a week. All right, stay tuned. Hey, here we are. Hey, thanks for waiting for me. Got the dogs walked. They're all resting in there now. And we're going to get back to covering the electronics and some of the applications, hardware I'm taking out on the Appalachian Trail in February, starting February this year. I'm pretty darn excited. It's not far off. 5 weeks maybe, something like that. Today's, what's today? It's the 7th? January 7th? Wow, it's coming up quick. All right, let's get right into it. First things. I am not going to take the following items. Considered them, but definitely they're ruled out. First thing is my GoPro Hero 8. A lot of people take this to film. I've seen other vloggers do this in bad weather, rain, whatnot, because it is waterproof. But I've opted to rule it out. GoPro by itself is only 6 ounces. It's just something extra. I'm just taking it off the list. You got to have extra batteries. You got to have the charger. It's another thing that I have to worry about keeping charged up. Might make me have more stops to charge up my battery pack. Speaking of battery pack, another thing I'm not taking, a solar charger. This is my big blue 28 watt charger. Great if you're in the desert, open sunlight most of the day. Maybe if you're on the CDT or the lower part of the PCT, might be an option. It doesn't weigh a lot. It's only 6 ounces for crying out loud. But I don't think we're going to use it much on the Appalachian Trail. And from what I understand, we're going to be in towns every 3 to 4 days where there is electricity to charge a power bank. Speaking of power banks, here's a power bank that I am not going to take. It's 8,000, what is it, 8,000... mAh, 8,000 mAh, milliamp hours. This one has a little solar panel on it, so it will sort of semi-charge as we're going along, and a light feature. Not taking it. Little gadget here that I had for my GoPro accessory. I can actually film video while I'm walking. Not going to take that because what I am taking is this Gossamer Gear cell phone holder. Fits on my pack, sits there, and I find that if I put my cell phone in the outside mesh pocket, the camera sits right above here, and you can get your walking shots just with that alone. It's not as stable, but using some editing software, you can kind of stabilize the video and get those walking shots without having to hold the phone if you don't want to. Okay, one more thing that I'm not taking. This freaking iPad. I love it. It's a 12-inch iPad, but it is 1 pound, 10 ounces. If you had an iPad mini, maybe that's an option. But I'm doing everything on my phone. So it's not going. So everything over is not going with me on the trail. Let's talk about this side over. All right, we were talking about power. I have an Anker power bank, 26,800 milliamp hours. This thing is robust, dude. This will go an entire week. everything, at least a week. I've had luck with this for 7 or 8 days without having to charge it. So the thing is, it weighs a pound though. It is heavy, but I like it. Simplicity of just having one device. It has 2 inputs to charge it, so you need to have a power block that has 2 outputs. In this case, this one came with a USB, and it only has USB outputs. So I think it takes about 3 or 4 hours to charge with this. This charger is not real robust. It's only, I think it says it's 19 watts, but when I did the calculation, it's about 15 watts, 7.5 watts for each output. Uh-oh, I hear the dog. Guinness is not happy. So that's my power bank. And something else I'm taking, hardware-wise, my Garmin InReach Mini. Not sure if I really need this on the trail. It's nice to have that comfort of the SOS in case something does happen to you, you get injured, or you lose cell phone coverage. I don't think I'm going to have to worry about that. I do have Verizon, which has a pretty good reach here on the East Coast. As far as that goes. Some of the other things I'm going to power off of that power bank is this little headlamp. It's kind of heavy. This headlamp, I looked it up, it's 400 grams, 4 ounces. In the line of headlamps, it's pretty heavy. But this rascal is really, really bright. It's rechargeable. The same cord that I use for my Garmin InReach, I can use for this. And let me close it up here. It has multiple settings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So each time you hold the button down, it decreases by about 50%. So this is like 30% right here of full power. Yeah, I like it. It's very bright, dual headlights, but I need to find a way to put a red lens cover over that so I'm not disturbing people at night in the shelters and whatnot. I'll have to come up with something there. As far as audio recording, I have this lavalier mic that I'm going to be taking with me. I have this long 16-foot cord that I'm probably not going to unravel all the time, but it works great for this. And I think the audio on the phone while I'm on the trail is going to be fine. I'll just use that. If it is windy, I could probably plug this in. It has this little wind skirt. I'm not sure what you call this thing. Anybody know? Not sure. Dead cat? I have no idea what they call this little fuzzy thing. But if I need to, I can also use this for editing videos on my phone, listen to music, podcasts, those kinds of things. I'm not going to bring my what do you call those? Oh, my earbuds. I'm not going to bring those. They're battery powered. Just one more thing I'm going to have to power up. As far as taking still shots and video, I have this. This is the UltraPod 2. I did not take this with me the last time I went on a backpacking trip out in Arizona, and I lost out on some astrophotography in the evening. Even though I'm using the iPhone, you can actually get some pretty good photos with that at night, as long as you're perfectly still and using a tripod. So I am going to be taking this time. I also added a little piece on here. It is by Ulanzi. It's actually for panning shots. I can actually turn and rotate this rascal around. And you got to be steady with the hand, obviously. But any video production, you can kind of smooth things out a little bit. Cables. I weighed all my cables and stuff. And by the way, I'm going to put all the weights for these things somewhere on the screen here, either at the end or as I'm bringing them up. Probably as I'm bringing them up. I'll just drop them in production right below the product I'm talking about or taking with me. I also have storage. My phone has 250 gig of storage, and it's not going to be enough to do the whole trail, especially if I record any 4K videos. Like right now I'm recording in 4K. I think on the trail I'm going to go down to 1080, probably 30 frames per second. Most of the time if I'm doing stuff like this, I'm 60 frames per second at 4K. But I'm going to run into storage issues. So I plan on archiving all my images into folders day by day to this little USB card. I have an adapter, lightning adapter. It probably would be faster if I used the USB. But this is what I have. And then I have 3 more of these little USB cards. And these are the SanDisk. What am I using? I think they're 400 gig. I can't get it out at the moment, but they're SanDisk 400. It's the Ultra, which is like, you know, you get into technical transfer rates, 120 megabits per second. That's what I'm using. I don't have the case here, but I ordered a small case to hold all these little extra USB cards in. I think this adapter is pretty cheap, $10-15. I'll put some links down. The stuff that I bought off Amazon, I'll put it down in the description below. Or you can just search by the product names. You know, pretty easy. I think that might be close to everything I'm taking as hardware. My trekking pole. I had this little gadget on here. It's basically like a music stand cell phone holder. I used to store it on the top of my trekking pole. I'm going to try to put it on the bottom down here, so that if I'm logging, I'm not in my face with this, phone. I can actually put a little distance on it, a little bit. That's more comfortable to hold with the handle. Before, when it was up here, I was doing it this way, and it's cold, holding the aluminum pole. So we're going to try this way this time. Again, I got it on Amazon. If I find my link, I'll put it in the description below. Was not very expensive. On top of this tripod, there's also a cell phone adapter that goes on here. I actually have it on my regular standing tripod over there that I'm filming off of right now. So there's another attachment. I'll show you that here on a photo I'm going to put next to me here. And I think that's it for all the hardware, electronics. Now there are some applications that I'm going to be using. We talked about the storage already. I'm just going to make day folders, day 1, day 2, put the actual date, February 16th. At the end of each day, transfer all the videos off of it after I've already put them into production, or, into editing application. Applications. So the applications I'm going to be using are the Garmin EarthMate to be able to interface. I get a map with that. If you don't know about it, check it out. It's pretty cool. You don't have to have a Garmin to use it, but it will plot your track points. And I am tracking. I think every 10 or 20 minutes, I'm going to be putting the plot down, so people will be able to follow me if they have my Facebook or Instagram link. I'm going to share that with people. Another app that I'm using, Far Out. Obviously, that's a wealth of knowledge on that app. The hikers update it day to day. When they're at a water source or a hiker hostel or something like that. Invaluable information there. Elevations, stuff like that. Another app that I'm using for editing all of my videos, I'm using Power Director. It is a monthly. Is it a monthly? I think it's an annual subscription now. It's like $40 for the year or something like that. But I've tried it. I've used it. I'm getting better at it. So I'm getting used to the interface. I think a lot of times the interface is what kind of sells you on these apps, and the different transitions and the ease of use. But that's what I'm using, Power Director. I'm also using Canva. I used it in my business a little bit for Instagram and Facebook posts. It has templates that you can quickly change, and but I'm using that for like my thumbnails. I just started using that for this channel this past week. And the other app I'm using on my phone is YouTube and Instagram. 2 apps that I'm going to have on that phone. I'm looking for the phone. I forgot I'm filming off of it. Okay, I think that's everything when it comes to what I'm taking for my electronics and vlogging experience. I think that's it. I want to thank you all for joining me today. And one thing that I just ordered this morning, it's along the line of electronics. It is battery powered, and it's a mattress inflator for my Thermarest mattress. That's going to be my luxury item. So, if any of you have that mattress inflator or plan on taking it, let me know down in the comments below. If you find something else or some negative things about the products that I am taking, let me know as well. If there's anything new out there or cool as far as video production, editing software, add-ons for like the iPhone, videography and photography, those kinds of things, I'd like to learn a little bit more about that. So that would be helpful if you have, I know that there's all kinds of filters and things that you can put on the iPhones. If you have any knowledge or information on that, that'd be appreciated too. And I think that's going to be it. Thank you all for joining, and it's getting close. I'm getting darn excited about it. I know. It's getting excited. Thank you all. Talk to you next week.